Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So in this video I am going to show you how I actually sacrificed my queen and checkmated my opponent. Also I have been practicing a lot of mate into and mate into tactics and also a lot of puzzles which help me in endgame. So let's see how actually this game goes. So here our opponent is playing with the white pieces and we are playing with the black pieces. So opens with e4, we open with e5, he goes for bishop c4. We start developing knight f6, attacking the pawn. He plays d3, plays c6, Paulson defense variation in king's pawn. He goes for the knight, and probably he's thinking about castling here. So we move our bishop and give him a check so that he cannot take our pawn. So he can probably defend with his pawn or bishop. He defends with pawn. We move back our bishop, and he probably goes for the castle here. He goes for kingside castle. We also go for the short side castle here. Now he goes bishop e3. We develop our knight further. g4 attacking the bishop. Now he plays d4 and we probably take his bishop down. So the main motive here is to open his king side, which will be dangerous in the future. Now we move our king to h8 to unpin the pawn here. Now he takes d take on e5 attacking the bishop. So we move our bishop and attack the empty pawn here. Let's see how he defends the pawn. Okay, so he moves his queen to e2 and b5 attacking the white bishop here. Now he has two ways to go. Okay, he plays bishop b3. Now we'll probably push our pawn on a file. We'll play a5. Yeah, pushing the pawn further in future. Okay, he plays knight d4 here, but still both the pawns are protected. And we play d6. It's good if he takes on d6 here. We have a queen as a backup. Okay, so he takes on d6. Queen takes on d6, attacking the h2 square here, which is very dangerous for the opponent. He moves his king. Now we play a4, further threatening the bishop. Now let's see what he plays here. Okay, so he plays rook on f7, which was a free pawn, but our rook is already defended by the queen, so we will probably take down his white bishop, which was actually there for us for the free. And this, so once we take down his bishop with our pawn, it will also open up the a file for our rook, which is actually good in future. Okay, so we take down his bishop and open the a file for our rook. Now let's see how opponent responds here. Obviously he cannot take with the a pawn here. He takes down our rook, going for the rook exchange. We take his rook with the queen. Now he has to take down our pawn, yes, otherwise it was actually threatening for the opponent. And now he takes down our pawn with the knight. We move our bishop here, attacking the h2 square. Okay, he tries for further expansion, moves his knight here, and we expand by moving our white square bishop and also trying to attack or trade off our bishop with the knight. He plays a3, which is actually a very good move, and here we made a mistake by moving our knight to d7. Obviously he moves his knight and threatens to take down our bishop and pawn. So here I played a very tactical move. Let's see if you can pause the video and figure it out how I saved my bishop without moving my queen here. All right. If you were able to figure it out, you are a very good tactical player. So I actually played bishop c4 attacking his queen and trying to trade off the bishop with the knight. He takes down the bishop, we take down his knight, and here he could have gone for queen taking the pawn here, but he plays rook to d1 and we move our knight b6. So knight takes on c6 and now our bishop is under pressure. We won't leave that diagonal, so we move our bishop to c7. Now let's wait for the opponent's move here. Okay, he plays rook f1 trying to attack our queen here. So here we have a very good move here, very good move. We play queen d6 threatening the opponent for a checkmate and also threatening to take his knight here. So now if he moves his knight, the next move is gonna be a checkmate. So obviously he'll have to avoid the checkmate here. So either he can move his king or he can move his pawn here, because if he moves his knight, our queen will take on h2 and that'll be checkmate. So let's see what white does here. Probably I'm thinking he'll sacrifice one of the pawn here, maybe. All right, so he plays e5 here, and obviously we got a free knight here. We move our queen c6 and take down his free knight. Okay, so now we are up in material, but white has a very good pawn lead here. Okay, so he develops the f file here. He moves queen to f2 and we move our pawn to h6, trying to avoid the checkmate here. Okay, so here he tries to protect the pawn here, and we add another attacker, rook on e8. Plays rook f3. I am not sure why did he play this move here, but we can actually take down his free pawn here with the bishop. Obviously cannot take our bishop with the queen because it is protected by the rook on e file. Oh, so he plays queen. Okay, queen on f7. So I actually try to trade off the queen here because we are up in material and we can actually play a good game with our rook, knight and bishop. He declines the queen trade here, and I again gave him another chance if he wants to trade the queen or not. I move my queen to e6 and he again declines and goes for the check. And this is actually a very confusing move here because if I take down his rook to avoid the check, he will obviously take my queen for free. And we also have chances like bringing the queen on g1 to avoid the checkmate, but obviously he will again take down our queen for free. I cannot move my king here on h7. Obviously it is being protected by the queen. So what do I do here? Do I actually have any move to save my queen? So this is where mate into mate in 3 and puzzles help you to how to checkmate your opponent in endgames. So here what I did, I actually thought of a mate in 2. Can you pause the video and see how you can mate your opponent in 2 moves? Don't forget the title of the video. All right, I'm not sure if we are able to uh, come up with this move or not, but I took down his rook and sacrificed my queen. Yeah, not just sacrificed my queen, I gave an option to take my bishop or knight in the next move. But since I told it was mate into, obviously I moved my rook on f file, and that's the checkmate, guys. That's the end of the video. So what I want to tell you is keep practicing checkmates or mate into mate in 3 strategies. Also try to solve a lot of puzzle, as it will help you in the end game. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in another video.